Hey everybody, the world seems to be going crazy right now with this horrendous war against Iran, but in a way, this is our time. We in the Center for Political Innovation have been preparing for this moment for years. If you look at what we've been talking about on this YouTube channel, all the issues that we have highlighted are now at the center of the global crisis. We distributed a book all over this country about the Houthi movement, Ansar Allah, what they stand for, how in the name of Shia Islam, they are battling against Zionism, imperialism, and austerity, educating people about what the movement around the Middle East aligned with Iran is all about. In addition to that, we've been raising the alarm about the Foreign Agents Registration Act and telling people about how dangerous this piece of legislation is. Now Tucker Carlson is fearing that he could be prosecuted under it. We did our best during the 2024 election cycle to boost the peace message within Trump's campaign and to amplify the voices within the Trump camp that called for peace. And now that is paying off as we see voice after voice speaking up. And, Joe Kent, the U.S. counterterrorism director, has stepped down. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson, and so many other voices within the Trump camp, people like Megyn Kelly and others, are opposing this war. The work that CPI has done has all led up to this moment. And this year, we have done a lot already. As soon as Maduro was kidnapped, we were in the streets all over the country within a matter of hours. A few days after that, we gathered our forces and we were outside the federal detention facility in New York City where he was being held. We had a big event in New York City to kick off the year. Now, it's also important to note that on February 22nd, we filed a letter with the Islamic Human Rights Council of the Islamic Republic of Iran at the United Nations, urging the United States not to attack. In addition to that, we had a national day of action on February 28th with activists in 8 different cities saying hands off Iran. Now, that further escalated. And recently, we saw our members in the streets of New York City blocking the No Kings parade and having a huge impact because the No Kings organizers wouldn't mention the war against Iran. We made a point of holding up the parade, clashing with marshals, creating a confrontation, and changing the conversation. We had a special event in New York City afterwards with speeches. In addition to that, we've launched a new outreach campaign with Kim Il-sungya, the flower named after Kim Il-sung, a new pamphlet that we're educating people using the flower to open the door to a conversation about anti-imperialism. We had an event recently at the United Nations where I spoke, and at the closing ceremony for Women's History Month, I was able to raise the issue of anti-imperialism as well as not forgetting the crimes of Japan during the Second World War. All of this has happened in just 3 months. You could say that in the first 3 months of 2026, we've done more than we did in whole previous years of our existence. The Center for Political Innovation was created for a moment like this. And as much as it's easy to get frustrated and disappointed with times like this, in a way, as I said at the beginning of the video, this is our time. This is the moment that we were created for. But I've got to say, we need you to be involved. We are in the trenches and we need your backup. We need you to be supporting us because right now we've got a lot of big things on the horizon. Now, I am scheduled to speak at the People's Democratic Uhuru Movement's National Convention on April 17th, and I am trying to figure out how I'm going to pay for my plane tickets. In addition to that, we are planning to have our national convention August 15th in Chicago. We've got an event coming up in New York City on July 2nd to commemorate 250 years since the American Revolution. We've got a lot on our plate because now is the time. Now is the moment when CPI needs to shine. We are a real political movement. We're not a podcast. We're not a form of internet intellectual entertainment. We're a real organization. We've been in the streets. We've been out there with Iranian flags. We've been there with the Uhuru movement from the beginning in ways that no one else has. We are the organization that was created for this very minute. So we need your support. We need you to take the time to send us $10, $50, whatever you can right now to help us get through this next period. Funds are short and we've got a lot on our plate. Some big anti-war operations are being planned. There's a lot that we could be doing right now, and we have moved mountains in these critical moments, but we need your support. Now, if you can't send money, there are other things you can do. Please get our videos to as many people as you possibly can. Show by our example that you can do something. You can be in the streets. You can take action. You don't have to just sit at your computer and feel helpless. In addition, show people that it's important to raise solidarity with those who are under attack, like the Uhuru movement, like Tucker Carlson, like others who are facing government persecution at this time. In addition to that, we would really appreciate it if you would become a member of CPI and join our ranks so that you can be involved in these operations. Now is the time. I emphasize endlessly that we need to be optimistic, and we remain optimistic despite the confusion of the current period, despite everything that's coming at us, all the news that's hitting us very quickly. But we need your support. We are in the trenches, and we need your backup now more than ever. Please send us a small contribution so we can continue. It is crunch time, and we need you to be part of what we are doing here in America.